Alright, fine, you just keep twisting my arm, you got me in a full Nelson here, demanding that I speak about this situation, so you know what? I'll do it. YandereDev. A very infamous name on the internet. He is responsible for the game Yandere Simulator that might ring some bells or pour some salt into an old wound if you've been around the YouTube Let's Play scene for a while. This is a game that blew up online because some of the biggest channels on the platform played it. In a nutshell, the game is basically Naughty Bear, but set in a Japanese high school. You just assassinate a bunch of high school girls, and it promised unlimited features. This game was basically going to be Life 2. YandereDev's ambition was unlike anything in the world. He was like a black hole just constantly trying to absorb everything and put it into his game. So it never actually fully came out. It has only ever existed in like testing states. It's still in a primitive state, not fully released. There's things in there that are extremely degenerate. Like I remember there was a big controversy about like the upskirt panty shots you can do in the game. It's just a very odd experience, and the developer behind it is even more odd, YandereDev. Over the course of 8 years, he did more damage to his reputation than Activision Blizzard. His online presence became a joke to a lot of people and achieved the status of a lolcow. I'm not here to just like go down memory lane with every controversy and everything that's happened along the journey, but it's important to set the stage here for what's currently going on with YandereDev. So over the course of 8 years, everyone has paid attention to every single minute that this guy has broadcast his life online, as well as the way he conducts himself with his fans, and it's led to a lot of less than savory things being revealed. And this past week has been the worst week for him, when a lot of screenshots came out from Snapchat conversations, as well as some other very serious allegations levied against him, all hit the public eye. So this one here has been making the rounds. You're the one traumatizing me. That's allegedly YandereDev, cosplay fan. And they say, I'm sorry. And then he goes, this here is trauma. This is abuse. This is power imbalance. I am being emotionally abused by you. To which they respond, I'm 16. And then he goes, you have this massive blackmail over me. You're 35. And when I first saw this, it gave me a hearty belly laugh like Santa Claus. What an unbelievably creepy, concerning exchange. Now, he has made a response to all of this, saying, it's unwise choices he's been making as a result of deteriorating mental health over the years. And he is owning up to him being responsible for these things. Like, he's not trying to say, it's deep faked. This is all, a deep state operation to frame him because big AAA titles are afraid of Yandere Simulator being released. He's not going with any of those angles. He's not, trying to make it sound like all of this is, a lie. He is owning up to it, but it's not like that makes it any better. This is still some predatory, disgusting behavior that rightfully got him a lot of shit tossed his way for all of it. There was a lot more that came out of it, but I just wanted to highlight that one off rip just because of how ridiculous it is. But anyway, I have actually talked about this on stream a little bit, and most recently on the podcast. And I want to take this opportunity to just let everyone here know that the official podcast will no longer be posted to my channel here. We're making its own separate channel. We have already made its own separate channel called the official channel, where the podcast will go up, as well as shorter content with the crew, as well as new shows like a cryptid hunting show that Jackson and I are doing with Windagoon, as well as a show that Jackson and Kaya do together with To Catch a Predator. Just a lot of different types of content will be going on there, so it just made sense to spin it off from here to its own channel. So if you're a fan of the official podcast, it's going to be posted there from now on, as well as still audio platforms. I want to show you some of the clips from our conversation about YandereDev with this specific situation, the most recent one. But during the actual episode, we talked far more in depth on his entire history with the development, as well as past controversies too. I don't know how many of you followed along with YandereDev development, but man, was it a fucking train wreck. Just a complete disaster. Before playing that though, I do want to set the record straight on something that I said during the episode. I mentioned one of the screenshots that leaked was this Discord DM here. This was making its rounds all over the internet during the dam breaking of all of the creepy messages and exchanges YandereDev had with fans, and inappropriate dialogue that he had with his underage fans. So this one says, YandereDev, happy 12th birthday, to which the person says, thank you. That's a big age for a young woman. Has your period started yet? I don't know if I feel comfortable answering that. It's fine, I'll keep it a secret. After sending that last message, that's when the tear gas busts through the window and the FBI's rappelling down into the house to apprehend the suspect. That is some scary, deplorable shit here. But after looking into it a bit deeper over the last couple days, this one might actually just be an impersonator who threw this into the mix to muddy the water and try and, like, capitalize off, like, the viral nature of the story. This screenshot is still being debated on whether it's real or not, and from all the evidence presented, I'm leaning towards this being an impersonator. I don't think this is actual YandereDev that had this exchange here. This seems like someone that was just trying to continue to pile more and more things on there, even though this one wasn't actually them.
What's wrong, Andrew?
Yeah, my world's crumbling around me, Jackson, you know.
What?
Andrew
Why?
said because YandereDev got caught being a creep.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. Thank you, Kaya.
That was his hero, yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
So he got caught talking inappropriately with underage fans.
The classic.
Yeah.
The gold standard for weird internet people.
It's always who you least suspect as well.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Have you seen YandereDev?
He was just being sarcastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. I didn't pick up on it.
He had a bunch of his DMs from Snapchat and Discord and everything hit the public ecosystem. He then made a blog post confirming that they're him. He even said something like, "This isn't like me, but I'm going to take responsibility." Yeah, I fucked up. Well, there was. So, like, his most famous one right now is through Snapchat. He was like, "You see, 17 is actually 94.4% of the way to 18. So, technically, it's 94.4% okay for me to be, like, attracted to a 17-year-old or whatever." Yeah, not to really get into the nitty gritty of the calculations, but he had a lot of them come out. Another big one was he sent a Snapchat to someone. He's like, "This is abuse. This is a power dynamic abuse. You are abusing me emotionally and physically with this trauma." And their response is, "I'm 16." And he goes, "Abuse." And then they go, "You're 35.
Holy shit.
It was like that, but it was like he was complaining about the power imbalance.
Yeah, for them.
In the relationship.
Wait, he was complaining?
Well, yeah, because she had all this evidence on him, him being a creepy pedophile, and he's like, "There's a power imbalance here. This is unfair. This is abuse." And then she's like, "I'm 16.
How dare you record me doing these things that I did on my own? What a fucking idiot.
So fucking funny.
I like his goofy ass attempts at math in the middle of it. Like, oh, actually, he sounds like those guys who always have some sort of a semantics wordplay. Like, oh, actually, technically, I'm not a pedophile. I'm an ephebophile, according to the dictionary. It's like, okay, whatever. Point is, you're a creep.
So much better.
Kinda, not. Nah. He's not. He doesn't talk like an anime villain or hero. He just so formal. He wants to sound formal in his tone of voice, but all he says is just the dumbest. Okay, here, I'll read from his blog. "I let the fans down. I keep saying that to myself over and over. Years of trying my best to prove that I'm not the bad guy that people say I am. And then I go and screw up so badly that I've retroactively vindicated some of the hate that has been directed at me. It's ironic. I've always tried so hard to disprove the hateful remarks." And then he just goes on and on and on.
Wait, so you're saying like, oh, people have called me a pedophile for 7 years, and I tried my best not to prove them right.
Look, just because they were right doesn't mean they were right, okay?
It's been 9 years of people calling me mean names, and now I've deserved it. They just don't understand the difference between pedophile and Habiba-opophile. Whatever the fuck it is.
He also did the classic, "Oops, I got caught. Please don't hate me here. I give to charity" dance routine where he donated $1,000 to Rain. RAINN, which is, I don't know what that is actually.
That's a pretty funny way to pay for being a pedophile, I guess.
It's the anti-sexual violence organization Rain. That's good, I guess.
He didn't mention that he also sent $1,000 to Nambler though as well.
Balanced, as all things should.